Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am beyond excited. This might be my favorite look I've ever done on my channel. It's a natural little glam, but I still feel snatched, and I've been wanting to do this idea for a really long time where basically I'm just sharing my best techniques using makeup to really enhance my features, getting that kind of look that you might be getting with like plastic surgery or something like that, but we're only gonna be using makeup to do so. And I am partnering with Makeup Forever again on this video. I love their new launch. So these are their Rouge Artist lipsticks. The packaging is so cute. It's actually meant to like mimic a makeup artist wand, which I think is so sick, and I've really never seen anything like that, but it really makes it easy to, you know, apply, get that precision without having to use a brush, and you're just like boom, boom, perfect lips. Okay, girl. And this is just the lipsticks, like no gloss over it. Has a really beautiful satin finish. It feels amazing on the lips. Like if you're looking for something hydrating, but that's gonna last all day, this is what I would recommend because it really has that like lightweight feel, but you get the pigment. And I almost feel like it like really smooths and almost like blurs out my lips, which is amazing because my lips are always chapped. So this kind of just like gets it going. They have a ton of shades too. So they have like 45 shades. I was gonna swatch a couple of my face in the intro, but it was so hard to pick because there's so many good ones. Let me show you guys the ones I used today. We used 112 Chic Brick on the outer corners. So that one's Chic Brick. Then we have Bold Cinnamon, which is what I use in the middle of my lips today. Then we have this Orange Red, which is so pretty. This one is 314 Glowing Ginger, so pretty on the lips. Like it's just that perfect kind of like summery Cabo vibes, glowy skin, this on the lips. It's really nice. All right, we have Empowered Beige right there. This is gonna be like my fall lip color for sure. One of them, okay. I love it. It's like a crimson-y red almost. So this one is called 118 Burning Clay. This one is 418 Cheerful Burgundy, which is another fall shade. And this is another one of my favorite deeper nudes. This is Fearless Valentine right there. Really pretty. That with Bold Cinnamon is great as well. And then finally we have a really nice, more traditional red. It still is on the warmer side, which I like for my skin tone, but this one's called 410 True Crimson. And you can see how beautiful like that shine is, even on the back of my hand. It just has like, oh, I love it. I love a satin finish and it's so comfortable on the lips, and I really think you guys are gonna love this, especially because they have so many different shades. You can totally, you know, find something that works for your skin tone and everything like that. But yeah, let's get into these tips, tricks, techniques for really getting that confidence and being that confident girl or guy out there and just getting the vibes going, because I need to teach you guys. I love this makeup look so much. I like can't even hold it back anymore. So let's get into the video. So of course we're gonna be starting off with the brows. I always use the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in taupe. It's my favorite. Such a good light brow look. And as far as my technique for this, you know, what's really in that very like Bella Hadid, Kendall Jenner vibe is the pulled back look. And I wore my hair like this today because it already kind of gives you that effect of like the snatch back, which I think goes really well with like the makeup techniques. So if you want that Bella Hadid, Kendall Jenner snatch, definitely pull the hair back. I like to almost shape my brows a bit straighter. I was looking back at old pics and I used to do it a lot more like curved. So yeah, the straighter, the better. You're gonna look fly, at least for, you know, this kind of vibe that we're going for today. And I'm just gonna start to fill in any sparse areas right here in the arch and start to create a natural straight brow. And then I'm gonna clean the brows up with some concealer again on the edge. I want it to have a bit of a straighter look, so I'm really trying to shape the brows with like that direction that I want. And I leave my brows a little less filled in nowadays. I don't like them super dark. I actually like them a little bit more on like the lighter side. And now for my primer, I'm gonna use the Tatcha Silk Canvas. It's a really nice one for hydrating the skin, but still keeping it matte and smooth. And although this doesn't really like whoa. Although this doesn't really transform your face per se, it definitely makes me feel confident because it feels like pour two vibes. Moving to the eyes, I always find the best way to get a really, I don't know, just the best The way that I like to shape my eyeshadow best is really focusing on that fox eye, almost cat eye shape. I want to look natural, but I want to feel snatched. And I'm meeting up with my boyfriend after this. Everyone has been asking about him. He's the best, he's so sweet. And I would love for him, like, I don't know, for you guys to meet him and like do a YouTube video together, but in time, we'll see how things go. All right, so for my palette today, this is again one of the ones I would recommend for like that snatch kind of vibe. It's Maybelline Nudes of New York, a really, really good drugstore, pigmented, everyday, neutral eyeshadow palette. So I'm gonna take a little mix of Creator and Explorer. And I just like to lightly, like the lightest bit, I'm holding my brush right at the very edge of it so that you get the least amount of pigment going onto the eyelids. We're just gonna brush that into the crease. Then we're gonna start building up this section, kind of like where you would typically put eyeliner, but we're not gonna be using like a actual gel pencil liner or anything like that. We're just gonna be doing it with eyeshadow because I feel like that's the way that it looks the most natural on me. So I'm gonna take Self Starter. You wanna use a fluffy brush that is quite flat. This is the Sigma E25 blending, and I'm gonna take that and start to buff it onto the outer corner right here. And it doesn't have to be perfect. This is just our base. But when creating this eye look, that again, very like kind of eye look, you really want to focus on that outer corner. So next I'm gonna pick up the same shade, Self Starter, and go over it with a pencil brush. And you want to start from the middle of the pupil of the eye, or the middle of the eye, and that's where you want to start to build it up into a mini cat eye shape. And you can see how already that makes a huge difference in the way that my eye is shaped. Once we add on, you know, our lashes and mascara and everything like that, you'll really see a difference. Maybe I'll do only one eye at a time so that you can see a physical difference between the two eye shapes. Let's do that. And just to blend it out a little bit more, I'm taking Explorer, which is right here. It's a nice like medium warm brown. And I'm just gonna blend out what we have down and really flick it on the edges so that you can create a nice little point. An old trick that I'm sure most of you know, wipe away the excess to really create a sharp line right here. Once we have that wing on, I'm gonna add a little bit more of Creator just to really structure out this top section of the eye. So then for lashes, you guys know the drill, iconic lights. And I have a whole video on my updated lash technique that is pretty vital to this look that I'm trying to create. You can totally do this with any pair of lashes, but I definitely prefer iconic lights. My adrenaline right now, oh my God. My adrenaline right now is through the roof. There was a ginormous spider. Like I'm talking one of those ones that's like hairy and thick. And I just had to, like, I'm so scared of spiders. And like, you don't even know how, like what fiasco I just went through. But anyways, back to the lashes. So do you see how that automatically gives me this really beautiful, like uplifted cat eye, fox eye kind of shape? It's almost like, I would say like a little mini facelift, but you know, just with makeup and lashes and stuff. I'm gonna do the other side off camera and I'll be back. Fingers crossed we don't have any more little friends that join me in my studio. Or should I do a little like cool transition? Should I do a turn and like have my eye makeup on? I don't know if that's even possible. Did it work? All right, so for foundation, you can use whatever you feel, you know, the most confident in, whatever you feel most comfortable with. I typically like to do like a lighter weight foundation that still has good coverage. So I am gonna be mixing these two today, Giorgio Armani Luna Silk and then Oma Beauty Say What Weightless Soft Matte Foundation. And I like it because it kind of gives a mix between luminous and matte. All right, so once we have our foundation on, concealer is actually really important for the vibe we're going for. So you want to pat underneath the eyes, bring it down, Oh, I'm using Makeup Forever Matte Voluptuous Skin Concealer, of course. Love a full coverage concealer. Even when I'm going with like a lighter weight foundation, full coverage concealer is kind of where it's at. And then one of my best hacks, okay? Best hacks. I'm bringing you guys in for this one because this is one of my favorite things to do. See right here, I get these like, almost like, I guess you can't really see that well because of the beauty lighting, but I get shadows right here. And what I figured out, the best thing to do is to take your concealer and make a little line on the corner of your lips. And this really helps accentuate a more uplifted look, and it helps with the contour too. I'm just gonna take this on my forehead. Down the middle of the nose is a very important part as well, because if you go too wide, you're kind of doomed. Try to make it as straight as you possibly can. All right, so then for my contour, what I've actually been doing, it's a new thing. I take my Matte Velvet Skin Concealer in 5.2. It's nice and warm, so it provides a little bit of a bronze tour. And I actually apply it straight from the brush, and it helps me, like, I don't know, I feel like it's been helping me place the product really nicely. So I pick it up on the bottom part. This brush is amazing because it already has this slant. This is the Sigma Multitasker F47. And I'm gonna start to press this right into this cheekbone area. I almost go a little above the cheekbone because, you know, what we're doing is trying to lift this area up. So this helps to, again, just keep going with that uplifted feel. That looks so, like, we're on fire, okay? We're on fire. And I'm just gonna take that onto the forehead as well. If you have more of a round face, you wanna contour the sides to slim it out. If you have an elongated face, you wanna especially apply the contour at the top and at the chin area, because that's gonna help to balance everything out. Contour really depends on your face shape. And then we're gonna go in and press everything into the skin with a damp little beauty blender for this look. I'm gonna let the nose contour sit until the last thing, but with the section that we did around the lips, you always wanna use the foundation brush or whatever you use for your foundation to blend upwards. And this is just gonna help melt everything together a little bit better because it already has like foundation on it. And I never go without cream blush. So I apply this right on the apples of the cheeks and blend backwards. And this one is Fenty Petal Poppin' Your Cheeks Out Cream Blush. Look at that contour. Just take a moment. A good contour, girl, it's gonna change your life. I'm getting a little more contour down here though. And then for powder, I'm gonna use Makeup by Ariel's technique. He's Kylie Jenner's makeup artist and he's really bomb. I love the way he does skin. What he does is dip into Makeup Forever as well. Actually, this is what he used in his masterclass that I went to. Matte Velvet Skin Blurring Powder Foundation in Y365. Let me just ensure that my concealer is blended before we start this setting process. We're gonna dip into that with our wet blender and start to press that powder into the skin, and it instantly blurs out your under eyes. I swear. It just helps you get like that super snatched effect. Really press it into any areas. See how it's so good. See how it like just blurred that out? We love that. Then we're gonna further press in that baking powder and kind of, he actually baked on top of that powder, which I thought was a cool technique. And you guys know, a lot of you guys, I mean, if you watch my videos all the time, you know that I do this technique all the time now because I really like how it looks, how it makes my under eyes look. So I'm gonna take Laura Mercier Translucent Honey Setting Powder, the new shade. And we're just gonna gently press that into the under eye area. The snatch is coming. And bring it down to the smile lines if you crease here a lot. And you want to take this powder down the nose with something super straight, like a little foam blender thing. And this you can get at like the dollar store, 99-cent store, anywhere like that. And you also want to take this powder where you placed that concealer earlier. And then we're going to take just a little bit more powder. I know, a lot of powder going on. It's not going to look cakey, don't worry. And we're going to press this, or like pat it, I guess you could say, into the areas that we did not bake. Ooh, skin. I'm into the matte skin right now, you guys. Like a natural matte, you know? I don't want it dry, but I really am into like that like soft silky look. And we're just gonna Gently wipe this away using an upward motion. I like to let my under eyes bake a little bit longer. It depends on your skin type. If you have dry skin, then it's gonna be shorter than if you have oily skin. So you kind of have to feel what, you know, works for you. But I like to leave it on while I go ahead and finish up my bronzer. So we already have that contour down, and I love cream contour because it really like uplifts the face. I don't even really feel like I need to go in with like a powder contour unless it's maybe like a special event. I'm gonna take the NARS Samoa Matte Bronzing Powder and just lightly bronze up the sides of the cheeks and pretty much the whole face. And I actually like to take a little bit and just kind of run it over the nose while we have that line, because I think the line helps like stencil the contour a little bit. We like that. We're gonna wipe away all this baking powder. I'm gonna be using a nice like peachy blush. This one is their Artist Color Powder, I think it's called. Yeah, the Makeup Forever Artist Color Powders. And this shade in the middle is what I'm gonna use. Yes, I said that so weird. It's what I'm gonna use. I think it's B306. Let me just check that. This was like a little palette that I put together with their magnetic shades. Oh, B308, B308. That's what we're using today. And when you place this, again, this is actually another technique that I learned from Makeup by Ariel. I mean, I guess we can pretty much consider him the master of snatch at this point, but what you wanna do is place this on the apples of the cheeks, and it sort of gives you like a doll-like effect. And he takes it really high up, like especially on Kylie and everything. He takes it like almost underneath the eyes. You can use a little bit to blend out contour and everything. And then one of my faves, Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder in Gold Digger. Really nice like golden shine. And see, when I turn, you can tell where the high points are, where it would naturally be hitting the light. And that's, you know, pretty much where you wanna start placing it, right on the high points, so that it really accentuates your features. Because if you do just a stripe, I feel like it kind of widens the face a little bit more than I would like on myself. So I just like to really focus it on this high point, and then boom, boom, boom. And then high point up here as well. A little on the chin, and down the center of the nose. Ooh, a little button nose. I don't take it all the way down my nose anymore. I just kind of keep it on the bridge of the nose where it's closer to the eyes, and I feel like it looks a little bit more natural. This is the point where I'm getting super excited for how the look's turning out. So I'm starting to feel my confidence, you know? There's nothing like a good highlight put in the right places. All right, just a little bit of setting spray. And for the under eyes, I really just go in with like a little bit of bronzer and then mascara, and pretty much good to go. This does help when you use bronzer under here. It helps to open up the eyes. Just the lightest bit kind of makes a huge difference, actually. So the lips are actually really important in this as well. The way that you contour your lips can totally change the way that your face looks. If you overdraw them too much on the outer corners, it tends to make my face look wider than it should. So I really focus the overlining right here in the Cupid's bow, and you need 2 colors of lip pencils for this lip contour situation that we're about to be doing. So I'm using the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencils in Wherever Walnut and Limitless Brown. So I'm gonna take Wherever Walnut, the lighter shade first, and we're gonna line at the lip line down here, and then bring it slightly above the lip line at the top. And fill it in on the sides. Then you want to take the darker shade and kind of just outline it even more so to make it really distinct, and that's what's going to give your lips that natural looking plumpness. And then also the lipstick is going to help too. All right, so now we have the base. We're ready for, you know, the full lip look to come together, and the lipstick really does like kind of just provide the finishing touch. So you want to use 2 shades of lipstick. Obviously, I'm gonna be using the Makeup Forever Artist Rouge lipsticks. They're so cute. I love the packaging so much. So I'm using Chic Brick 112, and then also 104 Bold Cinnamon right in the center. So we're gonna go in with Chic Brick, and I'm gonna hide this on. I got a little on my teeth. Talking while applying lipstick, I don't know if that's the best choice, but here we are. So you want to apply this shade, which is the darker shade that we're going to be using right on the outer corners of the lips. I love warm nudes, and this is one of like their warmer nudes. It's so cute. All right, and then for the middle of the lips, we're going to apply this right in the center here. See how that just gives like just a little pop right in the center? I love it. I love this combo. Like, it's so pretty. No one can tell me that that's not pretty, okay? Nobody can tell me that. I don't wanna read in the comments and see one thing saying that this is not a bomb lip combo. All right, we're smooth, we're hydrated, we're glowy. We're done. Oh, well, I do always go back in and clean up the lips with a little bit of, well, this is just what I use to blend out my concealer. I'm a big fan of reusing the brushes. So we're gonna take that and just draw it along the edges. I love this whole makeup look, you guys. For me, it's, again, the perfect balance between feeling like the baddest bee in the world, you know what I mean? And also feeling like I still look on the natural side, but I've like just enhanced my features. Love you guys. I hope you love these techniques. I really do feel like this is stuff that I implement into my everyday makeup routine, glam makeup routines, everything. So I hope you guys enjoy them. Love you guys to the moon and back. Oh, that was a new little outro for me, but I really do. And also thank you Makeup Forever for working with me. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Hope you love these techniques.